Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and this is it. This is my prediction video for League 1 24-25. We have already done the previews for every single team, and now we are gonna predict where we think they are gonna finish. Their season is starting tomorrow, so I have kept it late, just same like the La Liga one, and it's gonna be same with the Premier League and the Serie A as well. I've kept them quite late as compared to others, but I wanted to make sure that everything was right. So let's get right into it. The first, we're going to talk about the two teams that are going to get automatically relegated. In 18th place, I have gone with Angers. They came in last year after going down the previous year, and I think it's going to be the same again. They have not really invested in their squad, and especially in the striker department. It's like they don't. I don't know where the goals are gonna come. I like their manager, but I think the squad is not really good enough. And as I said before, I said this in my preview as well, and that was like about 3 weeks ago when I did the preview, and I said that they needed to go out and buy some players, especially if they wanted to get goals, but they have not done it. And I think if you look at the squads around them, they have the weakest squad, and they have not strengthened it as well. So I think they are gonna go straight back down, finishing bottom of the table at 18th. 17th, I have gone with Ligue, and I think this is going to be the season that they go back down. They have not really invested in the squad as well, and they have a new manager as well, and I think this is one of the reasons that I am predicting them to go down. David Direct, I think this is his like a first proper job, and I think it's in my opinion it was a wrong appointment. I said that in my preview as well, and I think he's gonna be the reason. I think, and I said that in that video as well. I think he's gonna be the first of the is gonna be one of the first managers in Europe to get the sack. I hope he proves me wrong, but I don't see it happening, and I think he's gonna get the sack, and then there's gonna be a caretaker guy, and then another manager is gonna come in. So, and it's gonna be a problematic year for them, and their squad is also not quite good enough. There are teams with a better scores around them, and I think, as I said, they were in trouble last year as well. They got lucky because of their first season, that was really good, but the second season was a disaster, and then they have lost their manager as well. So I think that is going to be the reason that they finish 17th and they get automatically relegated. The team that's gonna finish in the 16th position and is gonna have to play the relegation qualification playoffs, I think it's gonna be Saint Etienne. They have come in from League 2 last year, and they have sort of bought well, but not that much. And I think they have been the transfer business has been quite better as compared to both Angers and Ligue as well. But I think overall their squad is as not as good as compared to the other teams, the ones that I have predicted finishing above them. And I think they are gonna struggle a lot this season. They are not gonna get automatically relegated, because I think Ligue and Angers have gonna have a worse season than them. So I think they might still get a chance to stay in the league with that playoff position. So as of now, that is why I have put them in a 16th position. On 15th, I have gone with Angers. I think they have managed to keep the squad intact. They were the champions of League 2, and then they have added in the transfer window as well, and they have a good manager as well. I rate him quite a lot, so I think it's gonna be a good season for them. They are gonna be in a relegation battle with the other teams, but I think they are just gonna have enough to be safe this time around, and they are gonna finish at 15th. On 14th, I have gone with Strasbourg. When I did the preview that time, Patrick Vieira was still at the job, and I thought that with the way that their team performed under him last year, it was gonna be a better season for them. But they have lost Patrick Vieira. They have brought in a new manager in Liam Riosner. He is in a way he's quite inexperienced, and he has never managed in League 1. He was at Hull City last year, and this is a new league for him, so it's a big test for him. And if you look at their transfer market, like the transfer business that they have done, they have brought all the young kids, like 19-year-old, 20-year-olds. They're 20-year-olds like they have not gone in and signed proper players that could help them climb up the table. So I think it's gonna be a very tough season for them. I don't think they are like I don't think they like will be in real danger of getting relegated, but I think there will be a few scares for them, and I think I think Roisner might get the sack midway through the season, because I think it's going to be a very tough for him in League One. The next team, number 13, I've gone with Montpellier, and again I think the reason that I am doing this is because they have not signed anyone. I said the same thing in my preview, that it is going to be a mistake if they don't sign anyone. Their team is their squad is not really good enough to be able to compete without getting any extra help with the news from the new signings, and they have still like 24 hours before the season is about to start. No major players have come in. Leave alone the major players, they have not even made any they have not even brought in any young players as well. So I think that is gonna have a big effect at them, especially with the teams around them is strengthening, and that is why I have put them on the 13th position. On 12th, I have gone with Nantes. They are climbing up from last year, this year. I hope they have a better season. Last year, it was a whirlwind season for them. Like they went through 3 managers, but this time around, I hope the board they give Antonio Cabare proper time, so that he can have a good season. He can build the squad. He can bring the stability at the club, which they really need. He came in last year, and it was really good for them. And he settled them, and he made them finish in a mid like a respectable 16 sort of a position, 14. And now I have given I think they are gonna finish at 12th. They have brought in Mattis blind back permanently. He was really good for them, so I think that is gonna help them get away from the relegation scrap that they were in the last year. So I think they are gonna have a safe season, and they are gonna have a respectable mid-table finish. And then moving on to 11th, I have gone with Toulouse. And I think the reason I've gone with them is again they have not really strengthened, to be very honest with you, and their squad is quite good, I'm not gonna lie, but again the teams above them they have strengthened quite a lot, and I think that is why I'm not really impressed with their transfer business that much, and I think that is the reason I think they are gonna be in in 11th place this time around. They can they can prove me wrong, and they can maybe get into the top 10, but I think the teams above them, they have a better score, they have done better business as compared to Toulouse, so that's why I have put them down at 11th. Moving into the top 10, it's I've gone it's Reims. They are gonna finish at 10th. They have a new manager in Luca Elchner, and I really like him, but I think it's gonna take him time with his squad, and they have not really strengthened themselves, but with the new manager coming in, I think it's gonna have a bit of an effect. They had a great season last time around, but I think they are gonna have a drop this time around, and they are gonna finish at 10th position. Number 9 is Brest. They finished last season at 3. They had an amazing season. They qualified for the Champions League, but to be very honest, I really don't mean to be disrespectful, but I think it was like a one season wonder sort of a thing. Their squad is not really good enough, and now they have to play 3 games in one week, playing in the Champions League, and they have lost important players as well. So I think they are gonna have a drop, and I think they are gonna come down and finish at 8th position. Number 8, I've gone with Rennes. I think they have had an amazing transfer window, to be very honest, and their manager Julian Stephen, I really like him, and I would have given him put them even higher, but I think the other teams above them they have done better businesses, and they have better squads as well, but they might even they could surprise me, and they could get into the top 7 or the top 6, and and qualify for the Europa League as well. But as of now, I have kept them at number 8. Now it's the top 7. Number 7, I have gone with Lens. They have a big managerial change. They have lost Frank Heischer, who has left after 4 years, and I think it's gonna have an impact on them. They have brought in Will Still, who I think is a good appointment, but I think it's gonna take him time to adapt. And with the transfer business that they have done, I think it's gonna be tough to get into the top 6. But you might never know. Like when I was doing the preview video, I said the same thing. From a 2nd to 7th to 8th till 9th even, it's very tough to predict in League One this time around, because so many teams are there and all of them have very good scores. Some of them have not done a good business, but the score that they have, they can do and surprise anybody on the day. But I have gone with Lens at 7. Number 6, this is another drop, and I think it's a very surprising one, because a lot of people have put them up on the top, but I have put Monaco on number 6. They had a great season last time around. They were the runners up. They qualified for the Champions League for the first time in 5 years, and that is the reason that why I have put them down back. I have put them so low, like not so low. They are on 6th. From 2nd to 6th, I have gotten a drop because they have not to play the Champions League for so long. So now to have to play in the Champions League and then to play in the league as well, I think it's gonna have an effect on them, and I think they are gonna drop points, and that is why I have put them at number 6. Number 5, I've gone with Nice. They have a new manager in Frank Heischer, and even though he's a great manager, and I think he's gonna have a great impact at the club, their transfer window was very quiet. They have not really brought in anybody. So keeping that in mind, I think it's gonna be a 5th place finish for Nice yet again. Now moving on to the top 4 and the Champions League places that are very crucial for everybody. Number 4, I have gone with Lyon. I think they have bought really well, and the transfers that they have made, I think they are going to have a great impact on them, on the squad. I have moved them quite a lot, and I think they are going to finish in the top 4, and they are going to finish in the qualifying place for the Champions League. Number 3, I have gone with Marseille. Their transfer business has been amazing. They were quite unlucky last time around to have a drop and finish at 8, but they went through 3 managers. This time around, they have a great manager in Roberto De Zerbi. I think it's a great appointment, and the business that they have done, I am really impressed. And I have said this, I think this time it's going to be a very tough season. It's going to be a close season in League One. I don't think PSG are just going to run away with it, and I think Marseille are going to be in the title picture for sure, and they are going to finish third. Number 2, the team that is going to be the runners-up, and despite saying everything that I think that the league is going to be tight and it's going to be very hard for PSG and all that, I still think they are going to win. So number 2, I've gone with Lille. They were very lucky last time around to miss out on direct qualification. They were very good throughout the season. They should have been the runners-up or even 3rd place, but they fell to 4. But this time around, they have improved in the transfer business, as in the transfer window. Their squad is better, and I think this is the race for the title. It's going to be very close. So and that is why I have put Lille on 2nd, and then number 1 again, it's Paris Saint-Germain. PSG, I think it's as I said before, I think it's going to be really tough for them to win the league this time around, but I think the experience from last year and the squad that they have, I think they might still edge it. It's not going to be easy this time around. I have this feeling it's going to be a real tough league this time around in France, but as I said, the experience of winning the league for so many years is going to come in clutch for PSG, and they are going to be the champions of France yet again. So that is it. This is my predictions. This is what I think is gonna happen. So please let me know what you guys think of it. Do you agree with my prediction, or do you think any other team is gonna win? Where do you think your team is gonna finish in the league? Let me know in the comments below. Like the video, share it as well. Click on the notification bell and subscribe to the channel as always. Until next time, bye bye.